Hi, I'm Scott McCarthy, the corporate chef for Inform Food Service Solutions, and today we're taking a quick look at the Rational iCombi Pro. Now let's talk about the Rational iCombi Pro iCooking Suite. The iCooking Suite is really what I like to think of as almost like a culinary GPS, where you're going to tell the unit what product you're starting with, you're going to define the results, but you're allowing the unit to figure out the load size and really how to get to the final product. So by touching the poultry button, or what I like to think of, anything that flies, anything that walks, anything that swims, you can see what I mean. So by pushing the chicken or poultry button, I can define what I'm looking to do. So if I wanted to go ahead and say roasted chicken, I push roasted chicken. And then I'm going to tell it, do I want to use the probe or without the probe? If you notice that when I use the probe, it's going to be done by temperature. But if I say without the probe, clicking out here, without the probe, then it's going to switch to a time-based program. I usually always want to use the probe, so that's the way that we have the ability to communicate with the food, so we know exactly what temperature or what's happening with the food, and then the Rational can actually change the processes as it needs to be. So we'll select with the probe. We can select our colorization here, and our colorization could be depending on what type of seasoning we have with it. If we have something that's going to burn, so say like a paprika, we can dial down the color, or if we have something like just salt and pepper on it and we want a little bit darker of a color, we can go to the darker range here. It is really all about testing, and then we can decide what temperature we want to cook the turkey or the chicken to. Once we go ahead and we push this button up here, that's going to show us the process that it's going to do. So in here you can see that we've got 5 steps. We're going to start in combination mode at 365 degrees with 100% moisture, so really hot and wet. Once that gets to the perfect temperature, then the unit is going to actually prompt us to load the product. And from there we're going to load the product, and we're going to put our core temperature probe into one of the chickens. And then you can see that the process is going to go into pan fry, 329 degrees, 90% humidity. So we're really working to get that interior of the chicken warm and nice and hot. And then you can see that after that, we're actually going to go into our convection mode, and we're going to start to pull out some of that moisture. So now we're going to start to render and brown that skin to get to that browning level that we already defined. And then after that, it's going to flash. When we finish the process, this will flash the exact amount of time that it took and let us know that all of our chickens have been cooked properly and we are ready to use them in our next process.